Yeah.
Autumn, summer, winter.
Autumn, summer, winter, pollution, the seas, everything here that's happening in our world that's making it go hotter and so on. So the topic today.
Where are you now?
I'm in São Paulo.
São Paulo. It's cold.
Chilly.
Okay. Chilly.
Not really chilly, yeah. Chilly is like when it's not really cold, but it's fresh.
A little bit.
You know, there's, yeah.
Yes. I am in Minas Gerais.
Nice.
It's cold.
It's cold. All right. Minas is nice, but it's also a little cold. I was born in Minas. All right. We've got 10 questions about climate change, and I'm going to send these questions in the chat right now. Can you guys confirm if you received it?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to separate everybody into rooms, all right? These rooms are going to have 5 to 4 people, and we separate everybody into rooms so you guys have a chance to talk, because if we're in this big group of 13 people, each person say a sentence, and we finish the immersion. So we're going to separate you guys so everybody gets the chance to speak. When you get to the rooms, please introduce yourselves, all right? Yeah, there are many questions.
A lot of questions.
Sometimes we have time to discuss all of them. Sometimes we don't. It really depends on the topic and the questions, right?
Okay.
So when you guys get to the rooms, introduce yourself. Say, oh, I'm Junior, I'm 20 years old, I'm an English teacher, I live here in Italiano, and if you want, you can choose a leader for the room. This leader is a person that's going to make sure everybody gets the chance to speak, all right? The person keeps the conversation going. It's an opportunity for you to train a little bit of leadership and conversation and techniques in English. All right.
Now, I think I lost the link to the room.
Oh, I'm going to create the rooms, and when I create, you are going to receive an invitation to go to the room, right?
Okay.
Or you're going to be moved automatically.
Okay.
Great. But from now on, it's with Luana. She's gonna get the conversation going. Just a second here. Let me just gonna leave some people here. And just a second, just making sure there's nothing wrong here in the rooms. Okay. Great, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna be opening the rooms. You're going, and we'll see you guys back here in 40 to 45 minutes.
All right, good evening, everyone. So, Silas, Gustavo, and Vanessa will still here with me and Junior. Let's start with today's presentation. I will go first, okay? I'm Luana, I'm 33, I live in Uberaba, Minas Gerais, I have 2 kids, and that's me. How about you, Vanessa?
Hello guys, nice to meet you. I'm Vanessa. I am 45 years old, and I am married, and I have a son, and I am a procurement manager, and I live in São Paulo.
Great. And you, Silas?
Hi everyone, It's really nice to see everybody here tonight. I am Silas. I live in Jundiaí, São Paulo, Brazil. I'm a software engineer since 2010. I'm married and I have one son. I'm 31 years old, and I found TNT the last 3 weeks, and I decided to try and sign the pro plan because I'm not confident with my English, and because I'm participating of some international interviews. So today it's a good day for me because they just let me know that I reached the final step in my current interview process. So it's really, really good. I really want that everyone here can achieve their goals together, and we can grow up practicing our English. So that's it. And what about you, Gustavo?
Good evening, guys. Congrats, Silas. I'm Gustavo. I'm 26 years old. I live in Bragança Paulista, countryside of São Paulo State. I work with IT as well, with help desk right now. I think that's it.
And you, Ken?
That is great. Before I introduce myself, I just want to say congratulations, Silas, for your interview. That's really great, and I hope you can make it. You are going to do really great. And I don't know if you said that because I was finishing to do some things here on the back office. But what is the position?
It's for a senior software engineer.
Awesome.
It's kind of same role that I have in Brazil. In Brazil, it's principal developer. It's a level on top of it, but it's international, so I can practice every day.
That's awesome. And do you have maybe in the future, will you have the opportunity to move abroad?
I'm not looking to move abroad. I would like to stay in Brazil and just get some experience. But I would like to do some trips abroad, like I did in the past before COVID. So earning dollar, it's very important for that.
It helps a lot. Great, congrats. All right, guys. My name is Junior. I'm 20 years old. I'm an English teacher, but right now I'm actually a social media that works as an English. I do a lot of stuff, but I work here on TNT, and I've been on TNT for 2 years now, and it's been really great. I love this platform. I love the work we do here of sharing knowledge and helping other people to reach fluency, to actually reach a dream, like I know there's a dream for a lot of people, maybe not actually speaking English. Speaking English is boring, grammar is boring, but traveling abroad, getting a better job, getting to know new cultures and this kind of stuff. And it's really good to see where people reach these dreams they have. So it's pretty nice. I'm going to leave you guys talking in here, and I'm going to interact with the guys in the other room. But Lu, if you need anything, you can just let me know, right?
Okay, congratulations, Silas. And let's start with the questions. Okay. How do you feel about climate change? How often do you think about it? Silas, you can start.
Okay, sure. I don't think about climate change every day, but I'm very concerned about it because I read a long time ago some articles talking about that, and we are almost 2 degrees higher than the past, and the impact of only 2 degrees, it's very, very huge for some species, for some animals, and maybe our children could not see some amazing animals in the future that we have now. So I agree almost everything that we could have to stop that process of increasing the degrees along the time. And you, Gustavo, what do you think?
I feel bad about the climate change because the next generation maybe couldn't see some kind of species, of animal species, and probably gonna suffer. And the thing that I feel more sad is because uh, sometimes scientists and people, rich people, normally prefers to find other planets than try to help this planet that is we can live and the next generation can live. They support us, but they prefer to to search for a new planet. But I don't think that a lot. But I try to do my stuff to clean my environment and and try to do a little bit to help the planet. I think so. And what about you, Vanessa?
Well, I'm very worried about the climate change because for me it's really important subject, and we need to pay attention about this, and I'm think involuntarily I think every day when I split my trash, and I realize all the plastic mainly we produce every day. So I have two trash bins separate, and it's incredible how many disposable and we can produce ourselves or in families. So for me it's a shame for the planet to have all this plastic and ocean, and at the ocean in the and on the streets. It's terrible, and but I think that we can do something about. We can change or start the change for the future, and and not to expect the politics or the scientists. We can do our part too. It's my opinion.
I totally agree that we don't do so much things for take care about our planet, because as Gustavo said, the rich people prefer to move for the other place, for more beautiful place, and can't imagine that our place can be beautiful like the other place that they are moving. It's sad, as Vanessa said, this thing is sad. Um, and how would you explain climate change to someone who knew nothing about it? Gustavo, can you start, please?
Yes, I think that the best way for explaining to someone that don't know anything about this subject, I think, is for with an example. Like I remember, I think last year in Canada, the weather was so hot. It was hotter there, and it was summer there. And the government, the mayors, put some showers on the street because people are dehydrated, is not feeling well because I think it's gonna got there. I think it's 40 degrees or something like that. So for people that live in like less 20, less 25 degrees, and in the summer get 4 degrees, so that is as a big problem for the body because not comfortable with that for everybody, I think so. But uh, in Brazil as well, there's an example that I think right now in the Northeast, there are some problems with the rain and things that didn't happen before. There's raining a lot there. And I think I'm gonna explain about that, how the things change with the time because of the climate change. What about you, Silas?
I totally agree with you. And I would explain for someone, like you said, some places are very, very rainy, and it was not like that in the past. Some places are very, very hot, and it was not like that in the past. And we have some disease as well, some respiratory disease that is becoming very common in the global population. Some people dying in the Asia because of the heat. So it's an example of how can bad the climate change can be for not only for us, the humanity, but for the animals, for the planet itself. And what about you, Vanessa?
And I would explain this climate change as the evil that human beings are promoting in your whole planet, and mainly doing or producing a lot of plastic and other products that are not recyclable, and the pollution, the air pollution too, that increase the temperature and makes the oceans higher than in the past, and probably the destruction will become or will be start with the cities near the ocean, like Venice and another places, all the beach, and we can change this, but for me, the human beings are guilt, but the human beings are the hope for the regeneration, but we need to start now, and it will be my explanation for someone that never listen about that. And you, Luana?
Well, it's really great that what you said, because in college I was participating in a project for kids that we explain and teach the kids how to take care about the planet, about recycling, about the animals, about all that stuff. And I believe that the kids can teach our parents, teach our parents, and parents teach our friends, and the news explode, around the world, and everyone can take care together our planet. I believe that we can start with the kids, because the kids have is the kids are the hope and the stronger persons that I have with us. And the next is, has climate change affected the culture in which you live? Silas.
For sure. That question is for sure. We all live in Brazil, and we see every time in the TV, in the newspaper, notice about some disasters happening on Rio, on the north of the country, and the south of the country, everywhere. So for sure, the climate change is affecting our country. And what about you, Vanessa?
I totally agree with you. This climate change are is affect all the regions in Brazil. For example, here in São Paulo, we had a huge lack of water, and was terrible because the level was really thin. I don't know. I don't remember the word, and we are not able to have water all day in your house, in our home. So it's unbelievable, because São Paulo is knowing about the raining place or the raining city, and now it's unbelievable that kind of that happens here. And in the Northwest, in the opposite, now raining a lot. Maceió, it's under water. So everything is changes the opposite. Now I am in the winter, and we are now in the veranico, because the weather, it's almost 30 degrees. So it's totally crazy, the weather, and affect all of us and all of regions too. And Gustavo?
Yeah, I totally agree with you guys. And I think it's changed a lot. If you notice, like Vanessa said, right now it's a little bit hotter. It's like a little summertime. And if you notice that in the autumn, it was colder than our winter, so there's something strange. And if you uh, got the news, saw the news, we're gonna notice that in the autumn, in the south, it was almost winter there, because there was almost snow because of the degree, and things that if you look in the past, like 10, 20 years ago, it's not happened. And the northwest as well, and it affects us and the animals and everybody. And what about you, Luana?
I totally agree, guys. That affect a lot the climate. It's hot, then it's hot one. It's hot when it needs to be cold. It's cold when it needs to be hot. It's raining in some place and not raining in other places. Totally is a totally mess. I totally agree. Um, the next is, what do you think the world's climate will be like 5 years from now? I really don't know. What do you think, Vanessa?
My gosh. I don't know too. And if you thinking about that the same situation or nothing are done now, probably in 50 years, I don't know if the human beings are disappeared, but probably only in some regions, because the culture of food, for example, will be totally affected, and we don't have food and water, so will be almost impossible to live in the earth. So, but now it appears that the countries are more preoccupied about this and trying to do something, but the same countries that polluted a lot, and now we are thinking about because are concerned in the future. But it's okay. The worst thing were done. So now we need to start and to be a green revolution. And Silas?
I totally agree with you, Vanessa. I think I think if we can't start doing more effective changes, because now it's cool to say, oh, we are green, but it's effectively green in the way of we are changing our technology to be more efficient. We are taking care of our environment. We are recycling our products. We are incentivizing our customers to do that. If we can start with those basic behaviors, I think we have a chance to live a little bit more in that world. But I also believe in the science, as you said as well. We are looking for those problems and trying to create new technologies to achieve the goal of becoming more greener, I think. And what about you, Gustavo?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. And I think we need to re-education people to learn how to split the materials to do the stuff, and the government did appropriate a garbage collector to do the right stuff with the we are split. And like Vanessa said, we have the fault, but we are the solution as well. So I think everybody needs to do a little bit, and in the big picture is gonna help the world, but we need to start now. I agree with you.
Yes, great. We need to start now. We need to start to do something. If we don't start, not happening. Something needs happening. For the next, what do you try? What do you do to try to limit the effects of climate change? Silas, can you start, please?
Sure. As Vanessa said in the previous question, I try to split my trash. I try to buy green products. I try to consume some digital products that are, I don't know how to say plantando, but are putting more trees in the world to help a little bit. And I try to not consume some products that say, oh, we are green, but the manufacturing process are horrible. So I think what I can do as a customer is not to promote those brands. So I try to act like that. And what about you, Gustavo?
I try to clean my environment, the house, the street. When I see something that I could do a little thing like a paper on the street or something like that, and try to teach for kids like nephews, something like that. Like Sila said, try not to buy some green industries that did a mark that is green but it's not, and try to select more products that you're gonna buy. But sometimes it's hard to find to see if it's really green, if there is a politicals in the company greens, and the normal this kind of industry that is really green is more expensive than the others, and sometimes you don't have the option to, I I like the project, I like the way they do that, but sometimes you can't buy that because of the price and things like that. And what about you, Vanessa?
Oh, for me, it's the same that you guys. And I split my waste. I management my waste. And for example, I try to produce my products or cooking more with natural food without industrialized products, instead industrialized products. And I make, for example, my own soap, for bath soap, for example. I really like, I don't like to buy soap, shampoo, conditioner, and I produce myself. And now it's hard for me, it's difficult buy this kind of thing. And but for me, it's for my own I don't know, consume, I don't know how can I say this. And but I try to introduce this kind of thinking in my family and my parents mainly, because they are another generation. And for example, my mother and separate the plastic, but she doesn't wash the plastic. And mom, it doesn't work because we need to wash the plastic. No, it's too much. And the garbage don't split. So it's difficult to educate the last generation. It's difficult. So, but I try. I really try. And you, Luana?
Yes, it's difficult to teach someone new there, to do something new. But yes, in my case, I try to teach my kids trash on the trash, let's recycle, and it's that I guess I do too little things, but I try to do more. Go to the next. What's your country doing to limit the effects of climate change? They are doing so little things too. What do you think, Gustav?
Yeah, I think it's not a good time for that telling that the country is doing something for the environment. But one thing that Vanessa said that is complicated the packing of the products because sometimes the product is paper, metal, and plastic. So you need to split like cut that and split the trash, the packing. Uh, but I don't think they're doing a great job with the environment. We see that in the Amazon, uh, but I hope that they take this topic serious. They can do better politics about that, re-education, kids, and everybody make some project to we live in a big and beautiful country. There is a lot of nature, and they need to think that in our future kids and as well and travel people gonna came here because of the nature, a beautiful country, and and as well to save the world. But I don't know. I think that they don't doing a lot of stuff right now, and I hope that things change really soon. What about you, Silas?
So as I have a son, I saw a little education in that generation by the school, teaching them how to do some little behaviors, little actions for the environment that I think is very important for the future. But I don't know if it's related to our politics, because talking about politics, I think they are are not doing something really, really good for the country. But as our country are made of people, I see as well some people trying to get better and better on that and trying to save what we have now and to preserve what we have for the future generation. And what about you, Vanessa?
I think that the federal government doesn't do anything or almost anything. It's unbelievable when you listen the president saying that the forest, the Amazon forest, it's the same way that Cabral when Cabral discovered Brazil. It's unbelievable, and I don't know. I don't know what I can say about that. Anything, and I think that some cities or states, but I think much more cities, doing and have some politics about the waste management, for example. But it's not a rule. It's almost some cities, and when the border, the staff change, because it's another party, it changed everything because anybody wants to follow the politics for in the past. So it's difficult to maintain a politics about the climate change or the waste, or it's difficult because it's not a genuine preoccupation. Do you know? Yeah, you mean that I'm here, and
Yes, I totally agree that the government don't matter with the climate, with the persons. They are they are really preoccupied with the money, the things like that. You know. Um, for the next is just a minute. The next is which industries need to become cleaner and greener? What do you think, Silas?
I think the automobility industry, because now we have kind of green vehicles, but it's not really green because we are using electric cars, but the process of manufacturing the battery for those cars is even more dangerous for the environment. So we are going in a way to solve that problem, but definitely the vehicles for me should become greener, and not the vehicle itself, but the process of producing more vehicles as well, and the energy that we will use in the vehicles in the future. And what about you, Vanessa?
Yeah, I agree that the automobile industry, but I think that for example, the most important, it's the renewable energy. So in this case, the industries, all kind of industries can change and transform your plant to use the I don't know, guys, renovável energy and renewable energy, and most important, it's to be certificated about the little things that you can do. So, for example, the cosmetics industry has been changing a lot, and when we can, and we try to buy for the communities, and it's not the huge companies, and most of that, for example, the airline industry, because airplanes are almost the most airplanes are more polluted than cars and everything. So now they are research for the renewable and ecological fuel, but will take a long time. So for me, it's every kind of industry has your responsibility, and has the opportunity to apply some new rules for your factories and stores. I don't know. And Gustavo?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think every industry needs to help each other, to help the planet. And the energy, it's one of the most is important of that. But one that I think you need to change is the toilet paper, because I read a note or I read a news some years ago that the for them to make the white paper so white, the plus the best paper, they use the virgin forest, the Mata Virgin, to do that. So they kill the trees to do that. The paper is so cleaner and so white, and that's something that is a big problem. And I think that is the one that need to change the producer, the way they do stuff, and for help everybody. And what about you, Luna?
I agree with you guys that the every every industries can do something for take care about your planet, you know, take care about the persons that live in your planet. That's it. How was the conversation in the other room? Who wants to talk? Jonah,
Okay.
how was the conversation?
Okay, as a professional, I need to talk every time. Let's go ahead. It's very interesting because we talk a lot about the climate change, what the government must do, and what we are doing to change this reality. That's important with examples. I think the best way is with the best examples. We must give the examples. The government must do a lot of things, the companies too, but we need to.
Yes, hi to us. We are first time here. What do you think about the conversation? Did you like? Heike?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear. Well, we talk about climate changes and I enjoyed. I really appreciate that. And I learned many things, like the topics, the conversation were amazing. And well, that's not a matter that I, that's not a topic that I know much, but it's actual. It's like we hear this every day on news, on the propaganda, on TV, on Facebook, on Instagram, Twitter, and it's something that is going to make part of our lives. Like it's part of the future of the next generations.
Yes, great. Jonah, the word is with you.
Oh my God, I'm nervous. I don't know what to say. No, I do. Guys, thank you all for coming. I hope you really enjoyed this immersion. It's nice to have you guys here as always. Two things. The last link I just sent, follow us on Instagram. If you don't follow us on Instagram yet, follow us on Instagram, all right? And also, don't forget to leave your feedback is on the link I sent here in the chat as well, because this feedback, guys, you have no idea how much this feedback is important to us. We can understand what you guys are thinking, what we can change in the project, if you're enjoying, if you're learning, if your host is crazy, if your host is not crazy, anything you want to put, it's really helpful to us to know your guys' opinion. So please answer the feedback and follow us on Instagram. All right. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all, guys.
So much. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, bye.
Love you all. Stay safe. Protect the planet. Bye.